Okay, so today, readers, we are going to learn about what a word pyramid is, especially focusing in on nonfiction texts. So today we are going to talk about the levels of vocabulary. And this is just an example that I made up. And so Tier 1 vocabulary is going to be your everyday sight words. Those are your common words you know that you learn in kindergarten and first grade. So some examples that we have on here are your, its, to, the, and just simple sight words like that. For your Tier 2 vocabulary, these are going to be academic words, which are referred to as challenging words that can be used in many different texts. So not just the nonfiction like we're focusing on today, but other texts that you read for your choice. Tier 3 words are content-specific words. So these are our words that we'll be using only in our nonfiction texts, and they're focused in on specific topics like space, earth, the water cycle, maybe photosynthesis. So some of our examples are continent, atom, universe, and omnivore. Okay. So today we have an essential question, and I'm going to write it out so we all can be thinking about it. So our essential question is, students will be able to become an expert on a specific nonfiction topic. And we will be able to use technical vocabulary, which, as we'll learn, will be our Tier 3 vocabulary, when talking about this topic. So the topic we'll really be spending time on today is astronauts, and we will also be talking about planetary geologists. So, to start off, we are going to have a time to turn and talk with your partner about what you think some of these vocabulary words would be, and then later on we will share. So I'll just give you guys some time to do that. Okay. So today I am going to be modeling this to you guys with an article about astronauts. So I'm going to put the article here for everyone to follow along as I read. And after each paragraph, I'm going to stop so we can look for some Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3 words and fill out our pyramid together. So let's start off with the first paragraph. In ancient Greek, the word astronaut means star sailor. Astronauts are people who fly into space on missions to explore and do research. They work on teams called crews. Each member of the crew, including the pilot, commander, flight engineer, and mission specialist, has a special job. Okay, so after reading this first paragraph, we are going to fill in some of our words. I'm just going to label those so we all know what they are, since we're just learning. Okay, so some of our Tier 1 and sight words that we found in our article that we discussed are in, the, on, do, and we'll come back later to find some more from our other paragraphs. And then some of the words we just discussed from Tier 2 words were words like explore. And these words are just more academic words that you would use when you're talking to someone to impress them with your vocabulary. Research, member, and mission. And then some of our content-specific words that we learned from this beginning passage were words like astronaut, cruise, and those are all for now. So now we're going to move on to our second paragraph. While many people would like to become astronauts, very few are chosen. Training takes almost 2 years. During this time, candidates go through tough physical training and are put through many tests. They learn about weightlessness and gravity. Future astronauts attend college to study math and science. Most astronauts are also pilots who know how to fly airplanes. So from those 2 short paragraphs, some of our new Tier 1 words are would, very, and you can also think of these as just simple describing words. How and to. So some of our Tier 2 words are airplanes, college, and candidates. Candidates would be a Tier 2 word because we use the word candidates in several other content areas such as politics and maybe a school candidate. There's just many ways to use that word. Okay, so Tier 3 words. We really only found one new one, but I think we could put 2 in there. I think weightlessness could be considered our Tier 3 word for our content article. And then our second one would be gravity, because usually we only talk about gravity when we talk about space. Okay. So, just to close off our lesson, we're going to do a little bit of reviewing. So for our everyday sight words, those are just going to be our sight words. We all know those are simple describing words, and then our academic words are going to be our more affluent words we use and just bigger words that we use every day, but sometimes we don't realize. And then our Tier 3 words are content-specific words that you're going to use when you're talking about a specific topic in nonfiction texts.